you know anything about personality, you probably know about the Myers-Briggs personality assessment. Even if you do not know much about it, you've probably seen people talk about their personality types in accordance with this classification method. However, there are other ways people have attempted to categorize personalities. Introducing DiSC, an assessment similar to the MBTI test, but may offer you different results. Let us see what DiSC has to offer. Who knows, maybe this method will help you understand your personality all the more. It may be surprising to hear that the DiSC profile is not all that new, being a personality assessment that has been in use for 40 years, which is odd since it is nowhere near as culturally popular as the MBTI. The DiSC model was first thought of by William Marston in 1928. Marston believed that emotional expression could fall into categories which can be tested when assessing a person's perception of themselves in relation to their environment. In order to make this more accurate, Marston included the principle that he would only focus on psychological phenomena that were actually measurable. Basically, he wanted to make sure that the theory he was presenting was only supported by science that could be experimented with and conducted. The 4 types of personality that Marston concluded were dominant, inducement, submissive, and compliance. In later years, industrial psychologist Walter Clark created an instrument to assess people. The data collected from the results of the instrument mirrored the personality theory Marston created years prior, so work was done to create the DiSC assessment, which is now used in workplaces and other areas of society, with improvements made to the system for accuracy and efficiency in its results. DiSC operates by classifying people under 12 different personality scales. Again, these scales were brought about by Marston's observations from how people respond and behave in certain environments and situations. The DiSC assessment will give the tester their personality scale by the end of the test. Not only that, but it also indicates priorities, which, in terms of DiSC, shows which factors that are being measured by the assessment are more important to you, adding another layer of personalization and accuracy to each assessment. DiSC has reported, through their own studies and research, that the test features a high level of consistency and validity, supporting the idea that the test is reliable in its results. Let us look more deeply into the model of the DiSC assessment. Here's a picture of the DiSC model, a 2D circle with each corner representing a scale. In between each scale is another scale, which is a combination of the scales that surround it. In recent years, the letters in DiSC now stand for dominance, steadiness, influence, and conscientiousness. To put it simply, if you take the test, it may state that your personality scale is dominant. However, someone else may be a combination of influence and dominance, so they would have a DI scale. As you can see, some scales do not exist as combos, such as DS, because the model does not support this as a possibility. However, if you are dominant or steady, that does not mean you do not have traits of the opposite. That's where priorities come in. Priorities are measured completely separate from your DiSC scale. Yes, there will definitely be correlation between your priorities and your scale. However, you may exhibit small amounts of other scales, which is completely possible and okay. Looking at this diagram, you can see that the person in question is of a conscientious personality scale, with priorities extending to other quadrants. The more solid and vibrant the color, the higher the priority is to you. So, DiSC profiles give you an accurate look into you, giving you the best look into how you operate. The DiSC profile is just another way to assess personality. Keep in mind, while the science and studies have been reported to be accurate and reliable, psychology is a complex and often theoretical subject matter. William Marston himself even stated that the reason he did not come up with any assessment for the DiSC profile is because of the theoretical nature of the model. However, even though you should not take assessments such as these as gospel, they will still give you insight, or maybe even just a small bit of fun, into your personality. Studying ourselves is always fun, so maybe take the assessment sometime and see what you gather from it. Hello everybody, thank you for watching the video. If you want to see any others, please click the links that you see in front of you. We have some awesome videos coming out in the future, and I really hope you go and check them out. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.